February 25th, 2:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. And with that, I say hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pheonix Wright, Ace Attorney. Well, last time we played, we were trying to crack down on, like, what happened for real in the event, like, so many... Not even that long ago, 2 years ago. I was gonna say, like, so many years ago. I'm like, wait a second. 2 years is not a long time. Yeah, 2 years ago, with Emma Sky. And apparently, unexpectedly, the game did get me with a twist. That being, Emma Sky was the one that killed Neil Marshall. I did not see that coming. Like, they got me good. I did not see that coming. I only saw that, like, when we were experiencing stuff. So, oh. Objectifying. And stuff like that. Oh. Is it objectifying? No. Objection. Objectionifying? I don't know. Anyway. We're, I think, at the last bit over here. Now then. Where we are going to be talking to the one that I think is has the most, what is it called? Answers to our questions? There's just a little problem about that one. And that is the fact that she is lying constantly. So let's see. Will the defender, Miss Alana Sky, please take the stand? Let's finally try to crack her facade. We cracked them and gunned a while ago. And now we gotta break her. Miss Lanaska, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know what all I've done these past 2 days, 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. You want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gunned. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get gunned. Because I feel like having Chief of Police Damon Gunned as the Chief of Police is not that good. He is very, well, I guess you could say selfish, right? He only, like, he even said, like, he only cares for one person only. Or 3 person, technically. Him, himself, and Demon Gunned, right? So that's like, I don't know if that's like who you want to have in the justice service, you know? Because that's the kind of person that's gonna lie, manipulate, and try to get things walking in his, well, walking in his way. So let's see. I walk alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I am confessing to a capital offense. Of course I am. But Lana... Well, this is true, then that means Chief Gunned has nothing to do with it. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But what if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Okay. Okay, there's no time to start second-guessing myself. Let's get started. Now the defense may begin its cross-examination. Thank you. I shall do that. Then let's start right away. Okay. I was gonna, like, press instantly before she will talk, but, like, the game doesn't allow that. How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years. Detective Gunn and Detective Sky were legendary partners, eh? I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. She must have been good coming from the same school as Mia. Dem Gunn was a respectable detective, and that's why... There is no truth to this blackmail theory. I do love the way that like, this isn't the first time they've done it. They do it 9 times out of 10. With like when you do the like not objection, the hold on, right? The last line that they're gonna say is then immediately like makes sense to then afterwards say the next line of the testimony, and I really love that because it flows so well with the conversation, you know. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago, all by myself. Yeah, wait, whoa. It flowed so much I thought it was still the same line. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dog was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. And that's why I couldn't forgive him. Alana. Oh, so that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us then what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I will never change that statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that is so, then what happened to the other murder weapon? Drake was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. Oh, it was probably knocked away in this struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with even more lies. Oh, just to protect me. So when you found this scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. I broke off the tip of Dog's knife, planted it inside the wound, and moved the body. Also now finally I'm seeing like, this is gonna be very important with her statements, because it's like, Emma has nothing to do with it, and then it's like, Emma has a thing in this piece of cloth. But we don't know what it is yet. I'm pretty sure it is his vest, but like, we gotta first say that it is his vest. Let's press. You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the victim's wound, and then you moved the body? Why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know, Edgewolf. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. But why did you do that? Come on now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out. Very well, then let's add this to the testimonies of witness testimony. The reason Miss Sky fabricated the knife. I knew the type of the weapon would found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed. Wait. I wanna also like check what happens with the. Why did you move the body? When you showed up at the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? Well, it was where you deduced it. It was by Chief Gun's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? Well, the reason for that is simple. Well, let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Kaya moved the body. The pieces of the jaw that chatted during the events threatened my plan. Oh, there you go. And then is also the... I broke off the tip of the dark knife and planted it inside the wound. And then moved the body. Wait, what the... Wait, no. It changes the line. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right? Yes, and leaving it at that, my point the blame away from the ark. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body. So you buried it inside the victim's stab wound? Yes, because I hate the dog for what he had done. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. So you arranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period. Why are you so desperate to hide? Oh, are you so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence? She's lying. She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. Well, in any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There is nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying. She's determined to protect you till the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done it alone. We've got to get Alana to talk more. She's lying and she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. I'm guessing it has to do something with this line, right? A single stab wound. Like, I don't think there's gonna be anything here about those. Let's see if I can find something with the body movement. Right? What was the line again? The piece of the jaw that chattered during the events threatened my plan. That makes no sense. Because it has Emma written on it. Oh wait, wait! That has nothing to do with Emma. But the unstable jar has Emma written on it. Is this it? I'm gonna try it. It's not that one, okay. We see from the music. I've already mentioned that before. The music does not... Oh, the music changes if you do it correctly. Like that. Miss Kai, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The piece of the jaw that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Yeah, but like, he wrote it... Yeah, exactly so, and this is where the contradiction lies. Hmm? In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. However, he couldn't have written Emma's name on the shattered jar. Something broke it. Order! Order! Your Honor, it would appear that more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something crucial here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you are in the dark, as we are, about the truth towards which we are headed. What? And just tell us exactly what you saw, and we'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well then, the witness may now continue her testimony. Jar and message in blood. Okay. So it was down. Okay, that's good. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room, so I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. You missed one. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well then. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. Interesting. And then we go ahead and put this like on the save over here. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. So this jar was already broken? It's a miracle that thing wasn't broken earlier. Well, it certainly looks as feeble as a defense case. Hey, not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You're an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on those jar pieces? Normally I would have, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Well, that helps my case. Lana, you would do that for me? It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you would lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in quite a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking. Ah, well. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. Not all of it, though. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed the prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in this situation? I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but get out the pieces. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol whenever I go. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. Why would you... So you illegally rearranged the crime scene? Yes, I don't have any excuses for my actions. I'm sorry, Lana, I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time. Well, it's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this incident. Well, no doubt this day will leave a permanent stain in the history of the prosecutor's office. More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony. This is really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Well, still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradiction in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. So you noticed the blood traces, but it was dark, so you didn't notice them. But you have a lamp with you, so you did notice them. I'm so confused. Oh. With the fact that there's still blood on it, means it didn't walk, right? Is it over here? Yeah, okay. Miss Kai, I believe this jar conceals the truth even you were unaware of. I was like, if you're wondering, like, why are you hesitating to present the jar again? But that's the thing, it's again. It's the same jar, the same piece of evidence, 2 times in a row. That's weird. I believe that you're unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gun's safe. In the chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But witnesses testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night that the prosecutor marshal was murdered, you were not the first one to show up at the scene. Chief Gunn got there before you. He's the one that broke the jar. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. Oh, that may very well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all day long. Oh, can you believe that? Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, Dad! There's no way a name could have been written on the shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. Oh, I hope you're not implying that this person was Chief Gunn, and all the time he was looking for Dark downstairs. He was talking to us about. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did they hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us, Dad? What am I doing? Oh no! What's going on? Why is the judge like that? Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Demon Gunn arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar. He purposefully hid one of the broken pieces. And the question is, what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gunn do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't that clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gunn's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark. Sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Sky became the chief's puppet. No, I did it on my own. Hey, sister, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up their foul lies to defend their clients. Of course the prosecutor would say that. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. It's like, what? I'm helping you here. I know you're no longer asking for my help, but I'm still helping you here. Well, I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth, eh? Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana, maybe you're right after all. What do you mean, right? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Kai, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma accidentally killing the Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Kai, if you will. I can't. There is nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well, I will testify about what I really saw. Let's go! Is Gunn gonna be like, I will use Emma as like the scapegoat for this whole thing. That could be, alright? She may testify once more for the final time. After that, she's going home. Or to jail, depending. Actual crime scene. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it really was all fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Ooh, let's go. Unbelievable. So the body was impaled on the armor sword? You're the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. What? I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. Wait, what? I checked this and it had nothing in it. Wait. What is that picture on it? It's just a little guy. On the desk. Yeah, it's just a little guy. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you. Very well then, Mr. Wright, please present this picture. Oh, whoa, what do you mean? I don't have any pictures. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning. Seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Oh! No. Wait, there is something. Look at that. There is something over here. What are you doing, game? Evidence. Law. P.O. Oh, there you go, finally. She took a camera. Hey, there's a picture here. Why can't I not like check it beforehand? That would have been nice. Oh my! This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this. His vest got cut open. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs right only after I had to rearrange everything. Ooh. Mr. Wright, that piece cut out from his vest, could that be the cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe? This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints of it is... Whoever's fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. What? No. They're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. As long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well then, the defendant may now begin his cross-examination. Do we have another line of evidence? Or... Hold it! Why are you doing here? Come now, Archie! This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. But you've gone. No, do you want to make me out to be the bad guy too? If so, I would like to put in a word or two in my defense. Now get the heck out of here. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You're declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. Ah, this must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. So what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I don't testify, I can still present evidence.
Yeah, well, that's true, but wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
Oh, no, I don't. But someone does.
Someone?
So what's your excuse, Radio? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall's, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt.
What is this room, Mr. Wright?
If I show that piece of evidence now, I am sure to be made out as the murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, please present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you must be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. It's not like I can go back in time or something like that. Wait a second. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall. Okay, I do have that one. And okay, that one, I can't open that one again. Like, why is it cut off? That's the thing, right? That makes no sense. It's like someone took it, imprinted it, and then it's like, this is now my piece, like, piece of blackmailing. I want to also see the evidence over here. Because if you saw that, it makes no sense for her to, like, push him and hit his front. I will show it, but also because I feel like we could prove that it's not. I do have further evidence. Okay, now it's the time to show them. Those prints have to be the chiefs. Well, then let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Do I have anything like more correct? Like, you know, like I'm gonna try it. It's a piece of leather cloth. Yes, it's most likely was cut from the victim's vest near his chest. What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword.
What? Whose fingerprints are on this?
I'm sure Radio has checked. Haven't you?
Well, whose are they?
They're Miss Sky's. Emma Sky's. What? They're mine? So I really did do it? See? I told you it was conclusive. But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe that? But give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Miss Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death. No.
Why the piece we have ocular then?
No. Wait. No. In the end, Lana alone was What? I should have not done that? It's the first time we see the Oh gosh! They're literally just like that! You son of a gun! Oh, crazy. Yona, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie! Durant? You opened my safe! It's just telling. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why didn't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it, and that's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gunt? Can't you figure it out? Take a look at that picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been cut.
Oh, it looks like part of it has been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence? Well, it's going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
I should have made a trap for him. I'm an idiot. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gal, radio. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
Oh, what? You mean you admit to it?
Well, you can't talk though. Get out of here. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene at that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. Oh, okay, you're just telling us. You really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay on with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted, Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence, and I had her plant a knife tip on the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dog convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lena arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why?
For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for, a fool? I don't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood of all the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Ho ho ho! Some people just don't know when to quit now, do they? And that's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Oh, come on, radio. Cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Ajifkan, that you were hiding the cloth you cut out of the victim's vest in your safe? Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do all that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as the murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, radio. You could have shown it then before it was too late. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Oh, again?
Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Alrighty then. Then let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Is this? Mr. Edward, your opinion, please?
I think Mr. Wright's humor has improved at the expense of his defense.
Better polish up your defense, Mr. Wright.
Oh, do I do it again? Well, I did save, right? So I do have a safety rope. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh, yes. At last you finally brought it out into the open.
There's a handprint in this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requested to be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. The handprint on the leather, there must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean?
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Oh, you're as slow on the uptake as always, Worthy. What? Think about it. Radio had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Now why would that be?
You mean you already knew?
You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well, I shall tell you. It should be okay now. Everything proceeding as predicted. The person to whom those fingerprints belong to is Demogorgon. No, it's no use lying here. They'll discover the truth. Okay, fine. Sure, I can do that then. But yeah, now it's fine to say that it's Emma. Emma? Emma Sky? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? Because you might have talked about it. I don't want that. You're really something, radio. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me.
So it's true. Tragic but true. This girl really did serve Prosecutor Marshall to this death.
Think back to what Edgewolf just said. What was it again? I was gonna quote it, but I don't remember the full quote now. But it said like with such an impact. Do you really think a 14-year-old girl could make that on leather of all things? Hold it! How could you? You monster!
Miss Guy!
You knew those fingerprints were all along, and yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Guy, it's not over yet. Oh, what? I said this trial isn't over yet. But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposefully concealed this conclusive evidence, and that, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges of the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. And what is that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
Chief Gunt, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
Well, it was a Miss Guy, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What?
A contradiction? Wait, I want to see something. Is it the inside? No, we can't see that. Wait, what were they talking about? Must have really had oily hands. A more likely explanation is the person slipped and fell on a freshly waxed floor, getting wax all over their hands. That would amount for this amount of oil, I guess. I always slip on the floors at school after they're waxed. So he faked it. What is this fool blabbing about? I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is. Okay, now I'm curious. Where is this gonna lead us?
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gunt, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Is the cloth itself? The blood. There is no blood on it. And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture that Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. But it's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked in blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured, blood pouring out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait, there's no blood on it.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time.
No, this is nonsense.
Now that's Chief Gunt, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Skye, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor's sword? And then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, the said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood, a jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue, and make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted just a few moments ago, that you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. No! Well, it's finally all over. Ah, poof! Our objection. Why did you look like that now? That was close, Radio. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
You see that piece of cloth is illegal evidence.
Order. What nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence can be used to support a convicted suspect. Remember, Aji? Earlier, old Radio here concealed that piece of cloth. What you excuse you to have some conclusive evidence?
I don't have any evidence. Well, that's true, but even they refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, a piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair.
Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laughs on you, son.
Well, it's that relevant now again. I'm afraid Miss Gant's claim is legally correct.
Must be relevant.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth.
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person, assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright.
It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and legally concealed this piece of cloth?
I admit, I refused to present it at one point. Oh, so the evidence is illegal. No. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Oh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then, it's that I couldn't.
Oh, what do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Oji, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe. There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well, then let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not a violation of the law, then do so now.
This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Skye's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it was written right here in this book, the second rule of evidence law.
What?
Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of the evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have the approval of the police department. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here is the crux on the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just look at this picture and... Well, yeah. Sorry, but can you recall, when was this picture presented?
I was shown only a few moments ago.
No. Well, he's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, damn it, Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
Oh, yes. No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest
is the one who's the performer prosecutor marshal in these final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damn and Gunt, the killer was you.
Okay, I'm not gonna do more than that. Could you calm down?
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me.
Oh, Marshal.
Crimes are being committed every day, and yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. Oh, he wanted to investigate the case. He recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I will lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
"It is not too late. I'm going to hand all of this over to Marshall."
Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when they came to see me, but I never thought they would bring up SL9. And that's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worried so much about the floor I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car?
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
You're the chief of police. I sure hope you're making more money than Edgeworth as a prosecutor. Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how? How could you get Miss Guy involved in all of this?
Oh well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragment in the glove?
Yes, it looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Oh, well, tell me, Worthy. Why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it, you and I. We're the same. One day you will understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You are just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, look, it's time. Look like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy.
What?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry too, Demingant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to order the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days, I say, are long gone now, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Radio here and Woody there. With those two around, you cannot go wrong. In fact, I can't hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
Well, there are two things I want you to understand. Oh, yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. And second, Demingant betrayed you from the very beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had Gant help me forge evidence, up until today. Well, sure, it seems that all the questions raised in these trials have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all the trouble. What high standards you have. Oh, rookie. What? I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you might just make it to the top. Oh, she has a wonderful smile. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing.
Liar. You were like about to quit. You stone-faced liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it. I only did my job.
Well, in light of this case, it seems a good set of examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is that you're still acting as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for those crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Well, is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Was a very good case, though. Oof. Very long, however, as well. Not gonna lie. Like 10, full episodes on my end for this whole thing.
Well, this trial has gone on for far too long already. Well, regarding the charge of murder, the court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty. Phew.
I hate that, I jumped too early there at the start. Or at the middle, rather.
Well, that is all. The court is now adjourned.
Oh gosh, my hiccup. February 25th, 5:03 p.m. Didn't we start at 2 p.m.? Was this thing like 3 hours long? Holy moly. It was like 1 hour for me. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. At long last, it's finally over. Hello there, Emma. Oh, why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now after the trial ended. I can see why Mia Fey felt to hide. She didn't say Mia Fey, she said Mia. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as... Yeah, okay. Are you nostalgic to seeing her smile? You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Oh, poor Emma, no. Hey, I hope I'm not interrupting anything, pal. Ah, poo. Guess I am again. Well, I'll come back later on. Oof. Come back, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Oh, well, you know, you're doing this on purpose, and you're making a traffic run away or run all around while on duty. On top of all, you've called me here, I've seen happier people on funerals. That's the third time you said that line. Lighting up, pals, I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here again because of my sister? Nope, not this time. I came today here because of you, pal. Me? That's right, I thought you would like to see someone. Hey, it's Lana. Lana. Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago was the first time in my life I've ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I was gone to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. So considering like almost... Because she's been together with... Well, she was a partner of Gunn for like 5 years, right? Considering that 2 of those years, she was just a puppet. It's gotta be rough. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you would look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you would react if you knew. But sis, you're only doing this for me. No. I turned my back on you that day, and hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you would come back, and now you have. Oh, Emma. Oh. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can finally find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from that we can move on towards a brighter future. You should learn from that, like you should remember that when you think about the future, Pheonix. At least, that's what I felt, watching the 2 sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe, me? Thank you both for all you've done. I'm sure we'll meet up again someday, isn't that right, Edgewolf? Edgewolf? Stop hiding and come over here. Eddie, my boy, where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Edgewolf. Rightio. Well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgewolf, I hope you don't blame yourself for what has happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgewolf? Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gunt was right. You despise criminals and I can feel it. You and I, we are the same. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I would need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgewolf, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gunt did. That thought terrifies me. And that's why I cannot continue as a prosecutor. Edgewolf, don't you understand? Them and Gunt and your mentor, Manfred from Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake.
You said in order to fight a crime on my own, I would need a weapon. That may be true, but think back on today's trial. You weren't alone. You were walking together with Mr. Wright. Like, oh, I love that. I love the fact that they walked together. You know? It reminds me of so many of the other, like stories and such. I'm thinking back to, like, some of the animes, right? That I've consumed in the past. Because they also try to do, like, the same kind of rivalry between, like, two characters. Like, if you think back to, like, Naruto with, like, Naruto and Sasuke, and also if you think back to, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you have Yugimoto and Seto Kaiba, it's like, they have such a strong relationship together. Being, like, the biggest of the biggest, like, of rivals, right? But then, when they work together, you get such a masterpiece of, like, a fusion of two, like, people that, like, I don't know how to, like, enunciate it correctly, or, like, word it, like, in a way that makes, like, for much better, like, I don't know how to say it. You know? Like, seeing stories like that, where you have, like, two people that are, like, in a huge rivalry, all of a sudden, like, walk together. There was another one. Oh, yeah, I remember now as well. Code Geass, my most favorite anime, by the way. There's also a scene there where you have, like, Zero and his rival, forgot his name, not Sasuke, Suzaku, right? Like, where those two walk together, and they make, like, oh, there's, like, a huge army there. Those two walking together, they flatten it all in, like, 5 minutes. And it was so cool. I keep getting, like, those goosebumps nowadays when I see, like, that kind of rivalry, two, like, partners walk together. It's so good. It's so cool. And I wish Pheonix Wright and Edgewolf, or Miles Edgewolf, would walk together more times, right? But I know they don't. I think they don't. It could be that in the second and third game, they do. I also like playing the series so far, because I'm also gonna kind of treat this as like the final episode of Pheonix Wright, even though it technically isn't, because we have the 3 games, right? Because we are playing the collection, so we have the 3 games in this one. But this is the end of the first game, technically, and like, I'm really noticing, like, I'm really loving the characters and like the story of Ace Attorney. I really want to play the other ones as well. Not only episode 2 and like the second game and the third game of Ace Attorney, but also Miles Edgewolf's like investigation game. Also, Ace Attorney. What was the other one? There's a third one. A third line of games where you don't have Pheonix Wright as a main character, but Apollo. Yeah, Apollo as the main character. Right, and Pheonix Wright does make an appearance in that one. I do know a little bit about that, but not that much. And I'm so curious on getting to that point in the game where I'm seeing all of the, like, what we're experiencing now. Making a comeback, like seeing the characters that we know and seeing like every like experience like coming together, bringing new cases, bringing new evidence and stuff like that, bringing new like, I can't say like conflicts, bringing new conflicts into the trials, into the investigation. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. It's such a good game. Like, it's such a good game series so far. I'm absolutely loving it, like I said.
Also, like, thinking back, like, the characters have all been, like, so nice. I'm loving, like, almost every single character I see. Even the ones that I don't like. Like, I know they're there for a reason, right? Your conflicts with the trials, finding out which item is the evidence that you need to say it, which time. I'm still bad at it sometimes, as we noticed, like, today. But it's so fun. It's so much fun to play. And I'm really looking, like, I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. That's like a thing that I hope. You were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Like, yeah, the fact that both Pheonix Wright and Miles Edgeworth, they're not just, like, doing a job. They both want to find out the truth. They want to be, like, find out what is just in this trial system that is obviously filled with like corruption at times, right? You see that with, like, the last trial, like the last case with, like, Fun Karma. You see this one with Damon Gund. It has a lot of, like, connection to the other, like, cases that we had. But, like, I still feel like that was, like, the best moment we had so far, was the two of them walking together to get to the bottom of it, finding who is the one that's, like, lying, who is the one that's, like, manipulating this area, you know? Like, it's so cool. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Eh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come in, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana was talking about. Is this, like... This is one of those cases where it's like, I get a special evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgewood or I could have been able to figure out on our own. Is it the, kind of want to give this one as an evidence piece, you know? That might mean something to you, but I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership. It's alright, it seems you still have a lot to learn. Okay, that was the wrong one. Ah, which one is it? Evidence law? I also done that one last time and I failed that one. That neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. I have no idea. No. I'll be right back. I'm gonna find that if it's the last thing I do. Oh, it was okay, the picture. I was thinking it could have been that. Like, I didn't even, like, look around that much. That was, like, literally the next piece of evidence I got, I presented. It's a picture I drew. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidences and I had the other one. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. Hmm? It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, if you'll excuse me, those are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. I should still the Chief? Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know, and I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I better get going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit you soon. It seems like we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, there's a little something for you. A scientific investigation? It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. She has a really nice smile. And so another case came to a close. And for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. Really, game? A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go tracking off yet just yet, pal. What is it, detective? Well, it's just a little something, a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor, you know? Well, you see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought that you said it was okay. Well, yeah, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story, you know? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for like 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. What? Where to go, detective? I didn't know you had a wild side. Well, you see, Mr. Wright says the one will be footing the bill. No! What do you think I got for it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. You know how many cuts I've gotten to my salary? Soon I'll be walking to pay, like I'll be paying to walk. What? Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Leave me out of this. But yeah, there you go. Now with that, we're gonna end today's episode. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. Oh, I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Well then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Oh, cute duo. That's gonna be the real legendary duo. But yeah, like I was saying, like I already told like most of my thoughts about the game like just before this, right? And like I had to say it at that time because otherwise I would have lost most of my thoughts. Alright, I thought I was going there for a second. They overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If you penalize you anymore, it wasn't firing you. Yep, well that's what they say. Oh, it just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. Good luck, I'm sure. I know you'll need it. But yeah. Like I was saying, like, this has been a blast to play through. Not gonna lie. It has become my favorite case so far. It just keeps getting like better and better and better. I do think it's gonna start to get like a little bit on the lower side every now and then. My name is Shelley, so got the main entrance to take care of the Billy. Can you believe it, sir? I've been demoted as a security guard. Oh, you've been demoted? My father's keeping an eye on the entrance for me, though, sir, today, sir. I'll show them, though. Someday I'm gonna make them a detective. Yes, sir, and then I can be just like the Dick Gumshoe, sir. Wait, what? Also, the cactus having blood on the head never came up again. I just noticed that again when I saw the cactus. Like, what was that about? Martian? No. Oh, a little blue badger. What a lovely little lad. Was the Jong like what spurned this creation? I wonder. Go, little one. No, it died. Finally ran out of batteries. But yeah, like I was saying, like pretty sure like the next few cases that we're gonna have are gonna be like a little bit on the up and down because it's gonna be like a new game, new things. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with my little star. Miss Star managed to sneak this in for me. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even get Bambina her back your smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? Oh, the cactuses, yeah. I don't think Phoenix has to go there. But this maybe... Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The right way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Oh. Kids seem to dig the turnabout team. It's a hot seller around these days. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. Turnabout. I see what you did there. Banjo localization. It was fine localized way. There's like a couple of things that I'm like a little bit confused about, but they're fine. I'll never forget what a young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Lift. Anyway, he said he'd been doing something or other for, how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, what I better be? Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, I gotta go. That's the first time I ever seen his throne chair thingy. That's kind of funny. But yeah. What else? We're gonna be jumping right into the next game right after this. Like, don't worry. I will be playing the next ones right after this because there are still so many to do. Oh, nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objections. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Meyer, afternoon training is about to begin. Coming. Well, see you around, Nick. Why are they like talking like Nick's dead? It's so funny. It's like they're all talking about like leaving it in the future or something like that. I do wonder who's coming up next, though. I thought it's gonna be from the other cases, right? No, that makes no sense. Edgewolf has not been there yet. Hey, look who speak of the devil and all that. Mr. Edgewolf? Oh, Mr. Edgewolf. I brought you your tea. What's going on? Wait, did they leave? For real? No, Edgy! How dare you? I don't wonder what the next ones are gonna be like. So do think, well, we're not gonna, thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Yeah, but where? France? Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything, because Caronet, I feel like that's a French term, right? I'm a little sad, but I'll be okay. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Oh, is there her photo or something like that? Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, cute. I was just wondering, like, why do I have to open it from the back? Wait a second, this is a Japanese game. That's why you open it from the back. Oh, look how cute! Oh, that's how baby Emma would look like for real. Oh, they're so cute! That's such a good game. Such a good case. I love it. It's so nice. But yeah, like I said, that's gonna be it then for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I hope to see you then next time for Justice for All. So then everyone, bye!